Apples, the kind that grow on trees, dancing across a stage, are not traditional ballet fare.
It's thrown in the air, it's rolling on the floor, it's in the mouth, in the hands, on the heads, and on the Adam apple, on the neck. So.
Annabelle Lopez Ochoa works out in rehearsal the way she wants to use the apple in her new ballet, Still Life.
I chose the apple because it has different connotation. It is a piece of fruit that you see very often on still lifes, and it is also a biblical fruit that is used at the beginning of the Genesis, why it all started between Eve and Adam.
Playing with tradition, while not abandoning it, happens a lot in BalletX. In co-founding the company, former Pennsylvania ballet dancers Matthew Neenan and Christine Cox wanted to do something with a traditional form that was edgier, sexier. Cox says the idea of a program of all-female choreographers arose out of their experience choosing works for the new company.
When you're a director and you're looking for choreographers to choose from, and 9 out of 10 are men, and you'll have 1 woman, and well, why is that? We were curious.
Is the scarcity of well-known women choreographers because they don't exist, or because women haven't risen to a certain level of visibility within the art form?
It might be both, I think, and that's one of the reasons we're doing this project. If you look across the board in general, even on Broadway, and there are more men choreographing than there are women in America. But what fascinates me is if you go into a dance studio, 85% are females.
Coming from Europe, we don't really have that issue because there's a lot of female choreographers, though there are not lots of female choreographers in classical companies.
The third choreographer on the program is Helen Pickett, who trained at the San Francisco Ballet School and was a principal dancer with Ballet Frankfurt before she turned to choreography in 2005 with a work for the Boston Ballet. 3 choreographers, each creating an original work. Dancer Tara Keating dances in all 3. From Keating's perspective, each choreographer is distinctive.
Definitely each person has a different vibe, so you kind of have to get into that mood before rehearsal, knowing, okay, I'm going in with Helen and this is what she wants, and okay, now I'm with Christine and she may want something different. The third piece by Annabelle Lopez Ochoa, we're all dancing with apples, which is quite fun. 3
dances, 3 choreographers, all female. Does gender matter? It may matter in getting work in a traditional field, even now. But is the program distinctively feminine?
Just from watching the 2 other women work, they're both very different, and they both approach their work in their own unique way. It's very difficult steps and challenging physicality and mentally challenging, and I don't think you would leave the show thinking, boy, that's a lot of girly things.
Gender is undoubtedly one ingredient in the batch of life experiences that gives rise to artistic perspective and expression, and audience members will reach their own conclusions as to how much it flavors the mix. But in the end, each individual choreographer, male or female, has something unique to say, driven perhaps by a common passion for the dance, for the leaping through space, claiming it, reaching out to discover and share a sense of wordless joy.